high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Good evening and welcome to Quinn Broadcasting's edition of the Rivalry Series. Before we get underway, we have a special ceremony where some of the Millville Little Leaguers will be announced before the game.
I'd also like to give a huge thanks to all of our volunteers of Millville Babe Ruth who have truly made this night possible. I'd first like to welcome Millville's mascot, Maverick.
This is a good spot right here. This is a good spot.
Welcoming Vineland's high school starting lineup, we have number 8, Mario Toro, number 18, X Etheridge, number 17, CJ Santiago, number 2, Kyle Lamonteer, number 20, Brett Brosh, number 22, Devin Ramos,
yep, I'm going.
Number 11, Booby Quinones, number 37, Carlos Gill, number 0, Ernie Bernhardt, and number 3, Dawson Carter. Now for your Millville High School varsity team. Number 2, Marcellus Preston. Number 22, Cole Mulheron. Number 15, Nate Hecox. Number 10, Brady Middlecall. Number 16, Gabe Reed. Number 8, Garrett Shapiro. Number 6, Kevin Dick. Number 11, Trevor Yeager. Number 3, Mario Cottrell. Number 21, Brady Catlett. Number 5, Travis Jenkins. Number 7, Carson Reed. Number 17, Max Richter. Number 25, Rocco Acevita. Number 26, Pat Cole. Number 4, Damian Rodriguez. Number 20, Jaden Gorson. Number 9, Gabe Bledsoe. And number 12, Matt Gilbert.
Yeah! Now? Oh, hold up. All right, come on, Matt. I guess we're going out there, too. Didn't have a big cheer either. No, he's gonna be like a third.
I'd like to also welcome the teams from Millville American Little League. For the Majors Division, please welcome manager Dan Shelton with Service Tire Truck Center. Manager Todd Moore with Old Ore House. Manager Steve Weldon with Max Payment Solutions.
Huge sun glare, so it's really hard for me to see.
Manager Greg Fry with Razor's Edge. For our minors division, please welcome manager Drew Ludwig with Complete Care. Manager Alexi Colon with A1 Towing. Manager Katie Sloman with Millville Moose Lodge. And also representing the rookie division, Braxton Rivera. Now to introduce the Millville Babe Ruth Baseball League. Manager Lenny Mazzola with Innovation Foods and MMAC. Manager Sean Madigan with BK Machines and Millville Savings. Coach Michael Gonzalez with Rome's Plumbing. Manager Dave Green with Graphics Laser Designs. Manager Mike Michelli with Shepherd Bus. Coach Ron with Sammy Sensationals. As many of you may know, on April 9th, our community was impacted by the tragic fires on South 4th Street. We would first like to thank our first responders, to the entire community near and far, for the outpouring love they have shown to these families. And very special thanks to Christina at Phenom Factories for housing and distributing all of the donations to the families. We would like to have a moment of silence for the families who have tragically lost everything due to those fires, including their homes, their beloved pets, and also to remember the sweet lives of 11-year-old Giselle and 13-year-old Valerie. Thank you. All of the Millville players on the field, please stand in place for one photo. Round of applause for Miss Bessenden. All right, everybody. For your convenience, our concession stand and smokehouse are open with a lot of great options. There are porta potties located on the third baseline of this field and around the blue building across the street. This will conclude our announcements. Please remove your hats, face center field, and join Zoe Villafane Vasquez in singing our national anthem.
Somebody cracked the LCD screen. Yeah, and the rotate. I was behind her. Can't do it.
All right, I need a catcher and Mayor Romnick to throw out our first pitch, please.
All right, where do you want this one?
Good evening, and again, welcome to Quinn Broadcasting's edition of what I'm at least calling the Under the Lights series here between Milville and Vineland. This is part 2, as the Millville Thunderbolts now play host to the Fighting Clan of Vineland. They defeated Vineland at their home turf in what turned out to be a very close 4-3 victory. So Milville will try to get the sweep in this back-to-back. Ariel Melendez here alongside Nick Asalte. Yeah, you're hearing a couple different voices today. So hopefully we'll be able to do my father proud. He's got karaoke tonight, so he probably won't be able to tune in, but you're going to have to deal with me for the next hour or two, couple hours. I hope that's okay with everyone. I'll try to do my best throughout the day, but yeah, Millville scored the first 3 runs of the game in that first inning yesterday, added a run in the next inning, and really nothing else the rest of the way. Vineland nearly was able to win the game in that final inning without a base hit. They did it on a couple walks. Ended up a little bit sloppy, but Carson Reed with a tremendous pitching performance in that one to get the win for the Thunderbolts. So we'll see what we've got today as we get ready to get underway here at the Babe Ruth Field Complex here in Millville. Again, Ariel Melendez here alongside Nick Asalta. We've got a special guest coming in just a little bit. We won't spoil that one for you just yet. Just know when you hear the voice, you'll know. You'll know who it is. But again, just getting ready to get underway here. Garrett Shapiro on the mound today for the Thunderbolts. So, Nick, again, a close win for Millville yesterday. You have to imagine they probably want to get a little bit more hits and maybe not keep Vineland as close as they did yesterday.
I think the weather is a lot better than it was last night. As you were there, I was there, and it was extremely windy, maybe gusts of 30 and 40 miles an hour. Very difficult to play baseball, but Millville did a good job getting out front, and that's what you want to do in a game like that, with the weather conditions the way they were, transitioning from daylight to darkness. It was perfect for them to get a 3-run lead and hold on to that. Obviously, their leadoff hitter, Marcellus Preston, did a great job walking. He got down 0-2, drew 4 balls, walked, stole second with a beautiful steal, and a couple batters later, a 3-run double.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll sure help you.
That'll help you out, and that'll get you off to the right start. So I think tonight is a night for Millville to really capitalize on their home field tonight. A little better weather, not as windy, and Vineland's looking to even the series out.
And I know we definitely appreciate being inside today. We were behind home plate in Vineland yesterday, and yeah, you could definitely feel that wind as much, maybe even more than the players could, because I'll tell you, by the end of that game, I think I was shaking in postgame.
I don't know how
I think my entire body was shaking during the postgame because of how cold I was. But nice to be inside today. And yeah, like you said, a little bit better conditions. The wind is blowing slightly, but definitely not as bad as last night, which I have a feeling played into a lot of the fact that some of those deep fly balls didn't end up being home runs. Because I'll tell you, our vantage point, once that ball goes into the night sky, I got no idea where it's going after that.
And their wind was blowing in from left field very intensely. So anything hit up in the air by a right-handed hitter to left field is going to hold up. So tonight, a lot different. The wind's still there, but it's not as prevalent, obviously. Not going to play as big a role as it did last night. So it's great being with you. Obviously, I have a little experience in playing in these games over the years. Played high school baseball for Vineland, made the Hall of Fame pitcher for Vineland in South Jersey, and I've always appreciated the rivalry we had with Millville. I played back in the days when there were some major league players on the
That's right.
Larry Milborn being one of them. So it was intense, always this rivalry, extremely intense in baseball. And basketball. And football, obviously.
Oh yeah, I think every sport,
right.
Millville Vineland is always the #1 game you look forward to on the schedule. And yeah, we had a lot of chatter from both dugouts yesterday. Even so, the fact that the umpire had to keep going over to each bench, being like, "All right, guys, we got to chill out a little bit. No banging on the dugout. No saying this. No saying that." So. It's Millville Vineland, though. It's going to get intense, and we'll see if we have maybe a little bit of the same rivalry tonight. It probably didn't help that the dugouts were so close yesterday, and they're right there, especially right by us. So we definitely caught some things on the broadcast that you probably didn't want to hear.
I'm just surprised you weren't allowed to box. Just no room for post.
I'm not sure what the reasoning is. I mean, it's a tough view behind home plate because you got a screen in front of you, so we rely a lot on the monitor, which we'll do again tonight, of course, as you take a look at Vineland there getting ready to take their first at-bat. Vineland's lineup, a little bit different than what they had yesterday. Still some of the same guys in the lineup. Leading off and pitching today is Mario Toro. The Thunderbolts did a really nice job of keeping him in check yesterday. He's their best power hitter, and they did not let him beat them. Xavier Etheridge, the center fielder. CJ Santiago moves up one spot in the lineup. He is the first baseman. Kyle Lamonteer, the shortstop. He was the pitcher yesterday. Pitched, kind of settled in a little bit, but Milville did a nice job at getting to him. Brett Brosh will be the DH today for the Fighting Clan. Bubi Quinones, he's the catcher today. Carlos Gill, the third baseman, Ernie Bernhardt, the right fielder, and Dawson Carter is the second baseman, as we are just about ready to get underway here at the Babe Ruth Field Complex. We thank you for tuning in. You can watch us here on Quinn Broadcasting, Channel 22, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. We hope you enjoy another edition of the Rivalry Series as Garrett Shapiro looks in, and we are underway. That one missing the glove of Kevin Dick, so ball one. We'll see if Shapiro is able to have kind of the same impact that Carson Reed did yesterday, and we had a chance to speak to Coach Val Forbes a little bit after the game, and he said they were stretching out Reed for that game purposefully. He had only pitched 2 innings prior to that, but they were getting him ready for that game, and he definitely made them proud of that one. As Shapiro looks in. That one, ooh, we saw a lot of those kind of pitches from Reed yesterday, so that one going in for a strike, so the count even at 1-1. And Toro up to bat for the Fighting Clan. Gets a swing and a miss.
Well, outside fastball there, and chased it. Anxious. And leadoff hitters traditionally want to work that pitch. Their job is to get on base, but the game has changed dramatically. Sometimes it's swing, first good pitch.
And we'll see what Shapiro dials up here with Toro. And that one gets him frozen at the plate. Shapiro gets the strikeout as Mario Toro goes down looking.
Might have been on the black on the outside. What do you think?
You know what? I'm not an umpire for a reason, so I'm going to let them do what they do best.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, what happens now, he goes back and tells his teammates, hey, he's calling everything on the outside black, so
just keep an eye, and you might
Get
have to.
your bat on it, foul it off if you can't get to it.
All right, Xavier Etheridge now stepping up with 1 out in the inning. That one a little bit low. It looks like Shapiro is trying to paint that corner because, like you said, he is getting the call, so why not keep going there if possible? So, ball one. Shapiro getting the sign from Kevin Dick. That one looked like it got away from him a little bit. You can tell by his reaction that that's not the pitch he wanted to throw there. So Etheridge up 2-0 in the count. See if Shapiro can get back in this at bat. That one just a bit outside as well. So 3-0 Etheridge has a chance to be the first runner on base for the Fighting Clan. We'll see if potentially he's got the green light, or most times this is when a pitcher can sneak one down the middle. That one though, inside, and Etheridge, a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, and that's what Vineland's looking for. Vineland's looking to do exactly what Millville did yesterday. Let's get on the board early, put the pressure on the home team to respond. That was just a good eye by the second hitter there. Didn't bite on any of those close pitches on the outside.
Yeah, so the Fighting Clan with a runner on first now. That'll bring up CJ Santiago, who as of yesterday was batting in the mid-400s. He's been one of their best batters. So he'll try to do some damage, as there was a lot of movement in that pitch, and the fact that Santiago was able to foul that one off. But that one definitely moved a lot, I think, more than Santiago realized.
It started out middle plate, broke outside, so it's a good pitch by Shapiro.
That one gets past Kevin, and the runner an easy move to second.
Seems like they're working everybody on the outside part. All these right-handed bottom hitters. Eventually, you got to work inside, outside. They're starting to figure it out and not bite on those outside pitches.
Yeah, Shapiro's been a little bit all over the place in these couple hitters. That one, that again, a beautiful breaking pitch for strike 2. So Shapiro with a chance here to get the second out of the inning. Runner on second, that is Xavier Etheridge. He had a 4-pitch walk. Got over to second on the passed ball. Right now, Shapiro's focus is Santiago. That one, again, he's really trying to paint that corner. So you
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, you wonder if that's a strategy against these Vineland hitters, as Kevin Dick's going to go out to the mound and talk to Shapiro a little bit. You see Trevor Yeager in there as well. Kevin Dick's always been the kind of catcher that knows when to talk to his pitchers. He knows when to go out. He knows when to calm them down and just have a nice little quick conversation, little pat on the back. And as, of course, as the umpire gets out to the mound, the conversation ends swiftly. But he's always been, we call him a character up here. He's a guy with a range of many emotions.
That level a little better.
And I asked him earlier, I said, all right, how many are we going to get? He said probably 10 and then some.
The quarterback, the catcher is a quarterback of on the field defensively, so it's an important piece of the puzzle here for Milville and for any baseball team. The catchers are at a premium, seriously. It seems like I watched him play last night. He handles his pitchers very well.
Yeah, he's definitely got a nice camaraderie with all of his pitchers and with his teammates, really. He's the guy as that one goes past the diving Carl Mulheron, and that should bring home Etheridge.
Oh, here's a play. Just they cut it off.
Yeah, that one just getting past the diving glove of Mulheron.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't a bad throw. He should have let it go through. I don't think the runner was going to advance anyway. You give it a shot, maybe he misses home plate. You know, you give your team an opportunity to get him.
I like it when I have.
Yeah, you kind of never know in that situation. You kind of have to make that quick decision.
Right.
And that, by cutting it off, though, it does only limit Santiago to a single. But that is an RBI single for CJ Santiago, and Vineland on the board first. That one lines into the gap between first and second. So back-to-back hits now for Vineland.
So you see what's happening. These outside pitches now, the right-handed hitters are going to right field with them. So the strategy now has to be, you got to work inside at some point. Can't keep throwing outside breaking ball, boom, base hit to right field.
Yeah, they're starting to figure it out.
They're figuring it out already.
So Shapiro's going to have to adjust here. But Vineland doing what Millville did yesterday, which is getting on the board first, but this time Vineland's finding a way to hit the ball. It was kind of tough for both teams. Again, as we mentioned, the wind playing a lot of it, but a lot of yesterday's game featured walks, steals, kind of everything other than hits. As that one goes in for a strike, that is Brett Brosh, the DH. We didn't get a chance to mention Kyle Lamonteer with that last single. 2 runners on now for Brosh. That one, nice play at first base by Catlett. His only play is to first, but that's an all-important second out of the inning. That does move everybody up a base on the fielder's choice.
Another ball hit on the right side.
So 2 outs now. That'll bring up Bubi Quinones, the Fighting Clan catcher.
You see the second baseman is favoring the second base. There's leaving a huge hole on the right side. Now he's moving.
Yeah,
over.
he's kind of getting back now. Yeah, they're not holding the runners on, so.
He's figuring that they're hitting it to the right side, but they're protect the right side a little more.
Yeah, the past 3 have gone to that side, so you might as well try and close that gap up a little bit. That one gets past Dick, and will we have a play at the plate? We do, but getting in safely is CJ Santiago.
This feels like last night in the reverse.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, a little bit.
We had a lot of this play yesterday evening. As that one low, that was kind of tough for Dick to pick up, as that one was nearly in the dirt. So I don't know if you think more of a wild pitch on Shapiro on that one.
Wild pitch.
As he
Good
does get the
fastball, right?
swing and miss there. So 1-2 the count. To Quinones. And Vineland with 2 runs in the inning so far. That one high again over Kevin Dick, but
It's a good choice by the runner on third.
yeah, that one came
right
back.
back.
Yeah, that one hit the hole and got right back. So staying over there on third is Lamonteer.
Shapiro's pretty much struggling in this first inning.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah, he very much is all over the
High,
place.
low.
He's got a chance to get out of it with only giving up 2 runs, but he's got to find the strike zone first. As that one's fouled out of play. So staying alive there is Quinones. The count still well, count now 2-2. And you see Lamonteer there on third. Vineland already with 2 runs across. Both coming, well, pass ball and a wild pitch. Vineland does have a couple hits in the inning. 3 straight singles before that play at first by Catlett. Oh, and he got Quinones fooled on that high pitch. And Shapiro finds a way to get out of the inning, but Vineland, you take a look at this strikeout here. Vineland 2 runs in the inning, 3 singles, a walk, a strikeout, and a couple runs across on a pass ball and wild pitch. Vineland up 2-0. Millville with their first chance here coming up as we hit the bottom of the first.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at the Babe Ruth Field Complex here in Millville, Mario Toro will see the Millville lineup for the first time tonight, and that is as followed. Marcellus Preston leading off. He is the left fielder. Paul Mohair in the second baseman, batting second. Nate Haycox is the DH once again, batting third. And Brady Middlecoff is the cleanup batter. He's playing right field today. Gabe Reef, the third baseman. Garrett Shapiro, the pitcher. Kevin Dick batting seventh. He's the catcher. Followed by Trevor Yeager, the shortstop, and Mario Cottrell Jr. in center field. That's the lineup that will try and do a little bit of damage against Toro. They certainly like to answer those first 2 runs by Vineland.
Well, they got the right guy leading off. This kid is a tremendous amount of talent. I know his grandfather played college basketball for me, a 6'6" power forward, and his father was a basketball star at Milville back in the day. So he comes from an excellent athletic family. And last night I was extremely impressed with his base run. The kid can slide, but he knows when to run and when not to run. And looks like potentially he's the second level player and only a junior.
Yeah, and you mentioned his sliding ability. He did a nice job getting into third and home plate, especially knowing, on third base to slide to the back of the bag, and his ability to get the hand in at the plate, as Preston thought that one was going to come close to hitting him, but it drops in for a strike. Sometimes I get amazed that these athletes can have breaking pitches like they do. As Preston quickly down 0-2, but again, he was down 0-2 in his first at-bat yesterday. He ended up working out a walk, but he is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive now, down 2 strikes. Let's see what Toro's able to do. That one, a little bit outside. You saw Quinones try to pull that one in, but usually when your catcher has to pull it in that far, it won't count, as the count shifts now to 1-2. Oh, then he took something off of that one, did Toro, and fooled Preston up at the plate. So strike 3 and the first out of the inning. Yeah, you could tell Preston was a little bit fooled. He tried to time it up as well, but unable to get the bat on it. strikeout. Cole Mulheron will step in. 1 out in the inning. That one a little bit high for ball 1. Toro's definitely had a lot of heat on some of these pitches as he steps off. I guess him and Quinones not on the same page here. Aaron steps back in. And now we step out again. I think that time by Mulheron. Maybe trying to get Toro off his game a little bit. You see some of that gamesmanship when batters are up, trying to get pitchers off their rhythm. That one a little bit low for ball 2. As Quinones already going out to talk to Toro, so I have to imagine there's something they're not on the same page about in this at bat. They were pretty good in that first one, but something's going on now where they're just not in sync right now. I've kind of seen Quinones keep looking over the dugout, maybe trying to figure out what their plan is.
I don't think there's anything physically wrong with them.
No, I think, yeah, there's just something they're not in agreement on right now. But we'll see what this pitch tells us. As that one lined right. Nice play by the shortstop. Nice job to make the play. That's Kyle Lamonteer, ranged out to his left. And a nice stretch by CJ Santiago to get the second out of this inning. As we have a special guest in the booth with us today, a man who needs no introduction. So I will just let you hear the voice of Millville football.
You could still give me an introduction.
Yeah, but you know I wasn't going to do that.
I'm like Beetlejuice, Ariel. You say my name a couple times and I appear.
You know very well that I wasn't going to give you the introduction that you wanted. As that one goes outside, Nate Haycox, the DH for Millville, takes ball 1. He'll try to keep the inning alive for Millville. Fouling that one off. Quickly down, 1-1 now. The count on Haycox. Again, Ariel Melendez here alongside Nick Acelta and special guest Mike Latour joining us fresh off a golf match. So
right off the
pit, or what do they call the?
Go ahead, I'll let you try to get it.
No, I was going to say the wrong thing, so please tell me.
Right off the links, Nick. You got
Okay.
it.
No, I almost said the pitch. As that one, easy play over at shortstop for Kyle Lamonteer. Millville going down 1-2-3 in the inning. Vineland still up 2-0 as we head to the top of the second.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Millville, Garrett Shapiro working his second inning of action, and apparently we've got some behind-the-scenes, we'll go just words, I don't know where you're going to go with this, on today's starting pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to talk about his GPA or anything, but I do have Garrett in environmental science class, and we were speaking a little bit this morning about the game. I was teasing him because he played right field last night. And I said, when I was young, we used to put the worst player in right field.
They do say the weakest arm is right field.
And he said, no, but if he's pitching the second half of the doubleheader, that he can play outfield. He's got a strong arm, obviously. And so I said, what's the game plan tonight? He said, throw hard. I said,
that's about
wow,
right.
Yeah,
well, you're not going to get much out of most of these guys. So
No.
as we take a look at the fielding alignment here for Millville, as we said, Garrett Shapiro is the pitcher. His battery mate Kevin Dick is the catcher. But we'll start from left to right out in the outfield. Marcellus Preston, the left fielder. Mario Control Jr., he's got some speed out there. He's manning center field. Brady Middlecoff in right field today. And from left to right, similar looking alignment. Gabe Reef is the third baseman. Trevor Yeager at shortstop. Paul Mulheron at second, as that one, a nice easy play for Mulheron at second. One pitch, one out. That's pretty efficient.
Garrett talked about that this morning, trying to get ahead of the counts. I thought Millville did a good job of that last night, getting 0-2, and then you're guessing as a hitter. When you have a catcher like Kevin Dick, you could waste a pitch or two in the dirt. He's so mobile back there. He blocked a couple nice balls late in the game last night.
Yeah, we were talking about Dick a little bit earlier. He's the kind of player. He's the kind of guy and player that you love. You love playing with. You probably hate playing against. He's a guy of many emotions as well. As that one is a little high for ball one, and he went through the gambit yesterday of emotions. Had a tough day at the plate, but certainly made up for it with his arm. Technically only gets credit for one caught stealing, but he did end up with a second one in that earlier inning, which turned out to be a strikeout instead, as that one's fouled off. 1-1 the count. He apologized to me in the dugout when I was talking to him earlier. He's like, I forgot you guys were right there, right next to us. And there were probably a couple of F-bombs that got across, because it was a frustrating night for him up to bat, as that one goes way over the head of Ernie Bernhardt.
Curveball, he didn't snap good enough, but he's been high with the curveball. Fastball, he's been outside with, so he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah,
but it seems like he's at least got the first out.
Yeah, getting the out on the first pitch definitely has to be a bit of a confidence boost for Shapiro after that first inning. 3 straight singles and a walk. Has finally got 2 in that inning. That one line to right field, heading back is Middlecoff. That one will go over his head. And heading to second is Bernhardt. He'll get in there safely. And you can tell he's pumped up about that one.
Nice job by Bernhardt taking that pitch the other way, driving it into right field.
Yeah, and he chased a little bit that high one, and batters certainly like that pitch because they can do exactly that with it, as Middlecoff wasn't much he was going to be able to do just to get back. Now, they think he didn't touch first base, so they appeal, but the umpire says safe. I didn't quite get a look at that to see if maybe they were right on that one, but regardless, the umpires don't think so. So runner at second here, as Dawson Carter, the number 9 hitter, steps to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Vineland again looking to do some more damage. Again, kind of similar to Millville yesterday. They got 3 runs in the inning and then added another one in the second, as that one's inside. And again, Shapiro's just really having a hard time finding the plate today.
Maybe a little bit of adrenaline going there.
That's on court.
Yeah, rivalry series. You're certainly probably very pumped up. We've already seen Kevin Dick go out and talk to him once already. Have to imagine we might see it again in this inning. Because again, that's the second one that's gone over a batter's head.
His release slot isn't right. Not following through, not bringing the ball down.
So I have to imagine we'll see a mound visit soon. Just again to try and calm Shapiro down. So, again, we talk about a good thing. Something that Kevin Dick is really good at, being able to calm his pitchers down and get them back into the game plan. It's a nice way to get back into the count there by Shapiro. Brings the count to 2-1. Yeah, you can definitely get a lot of adrenaline going, especially in games like this against your rival. You just got to find a way to kind of breathe and just work on your mechanics, as that one's fouled off. It's the same game you've been playing all your life. It's maybe just on a little bit of a bigger stage. But at the Babe Ruth field, you just feel like a kid again. You get to play under the lights. You get to feel like you're back just playing with your buddies. A lot of these guys, at least when we were doing this series a couple years ago, a lot of these guys know each other. They've been playing with and against each other since they've been growing up, so it's all fun and games afterwards, but it's competitiveness between the lines here. As a nice job by Shapiro to get Carter chasing.
Good pitch there, yep, low in the zone.
And that is the 3rd strikeout on the night Shapiro. Second out of the inning, sorry. It's because I'm trying to do the book at the same time when I haven't done a book in years. And I'm forgetting how to write things. But that'll bring the top of the lineup back up, Mario Toro. He struck out looking his first at bat, as they had Ernie Bernhardt leaning over there.
Bernhardt's heart rate going a little bit there for a second.
Except nobody was covering, so all that's going to do is have Bernhardt scampering back to second as Shapiro looks at him again, but I don't know how that doesn't hit Toro. I thought that was going straight for his back. But that'll be ball one. That's going to get a batter off the plate for a little bit. Shapiro with 2 outs in the inning can avoid any damage. Nice job by Dick to keep that one in front of him. Ball 2.
Fun fact for you, Kevin's younger brother Mason, freshman on the golf team.
How is the golf team doing this year? They're doing pretty good, right?
6 wins and 1 loss.
There you go.
Off to a great start, one of the best in program history. You can check us out live Friday, May 2nd at Eastland Golf Course.
I knew I was going to let you take that one away. As Toro gets that to third base, Reef's going to have to hurry the throw. And a nice job by Catlin. He's pulled off the bag, but he gets the tag on Toro. Toro doesn't like it, but of course not, because that means he's out, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. A lead or a double by Bernhardt. He gets stranded at second. Shapiro limits the damage. Vineland still up 2-0. And I'd like to give a shout out to Joseph Lasavita, a big-time supporter of Millville baseball. If you need any home improvement needs, you can contact Joseph Lasavita. Lasavita Home Improvements. If you're having any trouble with your house, he takes care of all forms of construction. Give him a call at 856-332-8242. Emails more your speed, lasavita@comcast.net. Again, 856-332-8242. And we appreciate Joseph Lasavita's support and everybody's support here on Quinn Broadcasting. As we get ready here for the bottom of the 2nd. Just what I wanted to hear, my own echo. Just what we need. You wanna turn that volume down a little bit? Like, just what I need to hear is the echo of my own voice. I don't like to hear it in the first place. Come on, we're professionals up here.
Who?
We're professionals up here.
Definitely Ryan.
My broadcast. You can take a look in the booth here. Again, I'm Mario Melendez alongside Nick Aselta and Coach Mike Latour. I feel like I always have to say Coach Mike Latour.
That's fine, yep.
It's just how it rolls off the tongue.
My wife is Dr. Latour. I am Coach Latour, and we are fine.
So she's more important. That's what you're saying. That's about
As
right.
every good husband knows.
There you go. Well, she's also a doctor, so that gives you a little bit more points in the book there. As Millville will send up 4, 5, and 6. Brady Middlecoff takes the first pitch for a strike. Here, after being able to get out of a little bit of trouble in that last inning, Millville wants to find a way to get some base runners. You don't want to wait late as Middlecoff lines that one past Toro, and he does exactly that. Gets Millville's first base runner.
Brady did a great job coming in last night with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out.
Yeah,
Get Millville out of that jam. Gave up a couple runs, but not enough to lose the game.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for anyone to come into, and I like what Carson Reed said when I talked to him after the game. He said, I put him in a bad situation, but it was a nice job by Middlecoff. I like that he got that big hit as Toro throws over. He gets that big hit in the first inning and then gets to close it out, so certainly a nice way to bookend the game for Middlecoff. Yeah, a little bit of trouble late in that inning, and Vineland obviously came very close to tying and potentially winning that game, but a huge strikeout to end the game to give Millville that first win as that pitch is outside. So 1-0.
Yeah, again, last night Brady got ahead 0-2 a couple times there in the bottom of the 7th, and that gave him some flexibility.
Toro again. Throwing over Middlecoff back safely. Gabe Reef, the batter now. The third baseman for Millville. We'd like to move Middlecoff over. That one, ooh, gets the call there. 1-1 now the count. Toro able to find that bottom of the strike zone. Not much Reef can really do on that pitch. You get a bat on that, that's probably an easy ground out. As Reef gets the third, sorry, I was used to Toro at third base. That's Gill, who stumbles but still manages to make the play at second. So Reef does reach on the fielder's choice, but Middlecoff is out at second.
Good play. Good throw to the second, of course. There's a situation Millville might have been better off trying to move the runner on. I think Vineland plays some defense.
It's a little bit of small ball.
Get a runner in position and maybe they make an error on a bunt.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that yesterday, the bunting. Millville did a really nice job at laying down a couple bunts. So Garrett Shapiro will try to help his cause. As again, Toro keeping an eye on the runner. That is Reef now over at first. I have a feeling Toro thinks these Millville runners might take off. Not really getting big leads over there, only 2 steps off. As Shapiro, just a soft ground ball to Toro. Toro makes the play himself.
Just as good as a bunt.
And does move the runner over. Unfortunately, now 2 outs. Millville will have to do it. It'll be Kevin Dick, who sometimes does have a flair for dramatic. Take a look here. Yeah, just getting it off the end of the bat. That was kind of the same pitch that Reef took a strike on. That's usually the outcome there. It does move the runner up to second. But unfortunately now 2 outs in the inning, so Kevin Dick will try to keep things alive for Millville. As Quinones goes out to talk to Toro again. Just again getting on the same page. And over at second now is Gabe Reef. Got over there on the ground by Shapiro. Kevin Dick try to make something happen here for Millville. He fouls that one off. He's also someone I've noticed talks to himself quite a bit when he's come to bat, and does it in the third person too. I enjoyed a little bit of that yesterday, hearing him. So he said he was definitely frustrated with the way his at-bats were going. More than made up for it behind the plate, though. But he'd like to do it with his bat today if he could. As Toro spins around, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I kind of wondered the same. I guess because the foot stayed planted, but ooh, the movement on that pitch gets Kevin Dick looking. So quickly down 0-2 now. Dick will have to be a little bit aggressive, but not. You don't want to chase pitches out of the zone, but you got to swing at anything close here. We'll see if Toro does try to get in the chase. And throwing back, and yeah, way off a second is Gabe Reef. Yeah, Reef was caught way off a second base. So caught stealing to end the inning. Millville does get a little bit going on the single by Brady Middlecoff, but no runners left. Millville still down 2-0 as we head to the top of the third.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mint.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Garrett Shapiro, his third inning of work. Try to continue to limit the damage here from Vineland as they're up 2-0. Couple runs in the first inning. Settled down a little bit in that second inning. Did have that double from Ernie Bernhard, but otherwise got a couple groundouts and a strikeout to get out of that one unscathed. That'll be Xavier Etheridge, CJ Santiago, and Kyle Lamonteer who will start things off for Vineland. Etheridge walked in that inning, got over on a pass ball, and ended up coming around to score. Millville again playing from behind. Try to continue to shut down this Vineland offense and find a way to get things done offensively. For Shapiro, just has to find a way to settle down a little bit. He's been a little bit wild on some of these pitches. Just, again, has to find a way to calm things down and, again, just play the game he knows how to play. We'll try to do that starting with Xavier Etheridge. It's a 4-pitch walk in that first inning, so even just getting a strike in this at-bat will be better than how Etheridge did last time, but that will be the 5th straight ball that Etheridge has seen. Count 1-0. Shapiro looks in. Does get the strike on the beauty of a breaking pitch.
Nick, as a batter, you haven't seen a lot of strikes. You eager? You want to swing at that first one that looks good?
Not the breaking fastball.
Oh,
right there,
that
right
one,
there.
yeah.
There, yeah.
Etheridge absolutely wanted that one.
Sitting, waiting on your pitch, and then first one you see that looks good.
Yeah, usually the first breaking ball you see you want to take. Just look at the spin, so you pick up the spin from the pitcher's hand, and you file that in your brain a little bit.
Shapiro.
It seems like that's his best pitch today, is that breaking ball. You can't locate that fastball
Yeah, that
outside
one, yeah.
all the time.
He tried to put something behind that one.
A little bit of an overthrow there.
Yeah, he was probably trying to go from that breaking pitch and speed up the bat a little bit, but he had the heat on it, he just didn't have the location. 2-2 the count to Etheridge, the leadoff batter in this third inning. Grounds it right back to Shapiro. He's going to walk it over. Nice little toss over to Catlett at first base, and Shapiro with the first out of the inning.
Nice job there by Garrett, fielding his own.
Yeah, get yourself involved in the game as well. You get that play. Nice job waiting on that hop from Shapiro, and you're gonna. That's a pitcher. You walk as close as he can over to the first baseman just to get that nice easy toss. Because sometimes you got a little bit too much adrenaline going, and you fire it over there, and all chaos.
Yeah, first baseman trying to decide what kind of ball you're going to throw to him.
So that one low to CJ Santiago. He singled in that first inning, ended up coming around on the wild pitch. So ball one.
That's a good pitch there.
Yeah, again, the same location though for Shapiro.
But it's good. It's low,
Yeah.
but it's over the plate. It's not.
Yeah, that's
way
yeah.
off the zone.
Yeah, you want to get a little bit closer too, obviously. So in a good area for Shapiro. Unfortunately, Santiago with a 2-0 count here. That one catches top of the zone.
Yeah, high fastball.
Well, Shapiro will take that one for sure. Brings the count to 2-1. And one out of the inning. Shapiro with the play, the toss over to Catlett at first. Fires that one in and fouled off there by Santiago. The count now quickly 2-2. Shapiro finding his way back into the at-bat.
And that low pitch in the zone, Nick, is not, a hitter can do much with.
Well, you lay the barrel on it. It usually was a low liner, get through the infield really quickly. I always like to hit the ball where it's pitched.
Again, that one fouled off. Staying alive, Santiago.
It's not a home run pitch, that's for sure. But
so 2-2 remains the count.
Do not give up your day job.
To the first baseman, Santiago. As he steps back in. Shapiro with the pitch. That one lines right between first and second. Vineland's been finding that gap between Mulharen and Catlett.
I don't think Vineland's hit a ball on the left side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure almost everything. Well, Toro ended up grounding out to third baseman, but Vineland's really finding that hole.
Yeah.
That's a nice job by Santiago to put that where they're not.
Back at that replay, the hitter didn't know where the ball went. He kind of froze in the box.
Well, for his sake, at least it got out of the infield for him, yeah. So, a single there for Santiago brings up Kyle Lamonteer, who also singled in that first inning. A big swing and a miss from Lamonteer. So you take a look at some of the comments here on YouTube. We know the name Caden Pierce.
My guy.
I was going to say, that's a guy we talked to quite a few times during the basketball season. Definitely someone with a bright future on the Thunderbolt squad. Lamonteer could not figure out the speed on that one. A nice job by Shapiro. Gets him with the swinging on the fastball and then takes something off of it to go up 0-2. Shapiro steps off. Definitely feeling a little bit more confident in this at-bat. Fired 2 quick strikes. As he takes a look over at Santiago, is dancing a little bit over there. Cool. And that one, yeah, catches Lamonteer right, or catches him right in the back. So the hit by pitch.
It's a breaking ball that he just didn't spin it.
Shapiro was ahead 0-2 in the count, but unfortunately catches Lamonteer in the back. Runners now on first and second for Brett Brosh, the DH. He grounded out to Catlett in his first at bat.
It's a golf name, isn't it, Coach? Brosh?
Brett's dad, Mike, state champion golfer for Vineland High School back in his day.
With 2 runners on, Brosh will try and increase this Vineland lead. Only 1 out in the inning. So it is a double play situation if Millville can get it. So that one's in for a strike. But would love to see ground ball get out of this inning. See if Shapiro can get one. Again, runners on first and second. 1 out. And a little bit of a odd swing. It's almost a protection swing from Brosh for strike 2. So again, Shapiro ahead 0-2 on the batter. He'll take a strikeout just as much as he would a ground out. And he was ahead 0-2 on Lamonteer before he hit him. Like to change the fate here on Brosh. Get an important second out of the inning. And he does. He gets Brosh swinging. And even though Kevin Dick dropped the ball, Brosh can't go anywhere. So he's just going to head back to the dugout.
Looked just like a low, hard fastball. I don't think it had any spin on it. Let's see. No.
That is the 4th strikeout. Actually, I think Kevin Dick was trying to maybe throw behind a runner, as he does like to do that often. So 2 outs now in the inning brings up Quinones. He struck out his last time up. So again, Shapiro with a chance to get out of the inning unscathed. But Quinones will try to change that as he looks at one, and I think Shapiro's found a little bit of confidence now. That is, well, I guess technically not 3 straight batters that he hasn't thrown a ball because he hit Lamonteer, but he was 0-2 on Lamonteer, 0-2 on Brush, got the strikeout, now 0-1 on Quinones. So he's finding the strike zone now. Gets another one.
Good movement on that pitch.
And Quinones watched the first 2 go by, so he's going to have to be in protection mode now. You have to wonder if Shapiro's maybe going to try and get him as Quinones does step out.
Is that a full or a 30-second timeout, Ariel? Are they doing baseball?
You know what? I think it's only about 10-15 seconds, really.
No.
It's real quick. Yeah, you step out. You try to get the pitcher off his rhythm. Just step out. Yeah, it's real quick. I know what you're doing, and I'm just Shapiro in. Misses that one. That one does get by Dick, so the runners will move up to second and third.
I think that's more like a pass ball. I don't think that was really a wild pitch.
Yeah, I to be honest, I thought Dick had that in the glove. I'd have to see that one again. But yeah, I thought Dick actually got that one. Try to see. Gotta bend down a little bit with the glare. Yeah, he just missed it. So that is the pass ball that allows the runners to move up a couple bases. 1-2 the count. Shapiro still with a chance to get out of here. That one lines to right field, but Middlecoff underneath it and gets the final out of the inning. So Vineland strands a couple runners at second and third. A strikeout in the inning. As Vineland still ahead 2-0. Millville's chance to answer here as we head to the bottom of the third.
All right, this is the bottom of.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people.
Mario Toro on the mound, his 3rd inning of work here. As Milville again works out of a little bit of a jam in that 3rd inning, a couple runners stranded at second and third as Shapiro started to find the strike zone a little bit more in that 3rd inning. Got himself a strikeout, got the fly out to end the inning. Kevin Dick, who was up to bat when Gabe Reef was caught stealing, will get a fresh count to work with. So at the bottom of the order for Millville, 7, 8, 9, as they'll get their first look at Toro. So Kevin Dick, Trevor Yeager, and Mario Petrell Jr. We're going to look at that man, who so far has only allowed 1 base runner, really, as Middlecoff did get the single, but Gabe Reef ended up with the fielder's choice, so they essentially swapped spots. And then Reef was caught stealing to end that inning. So it's been a rather comfortable first couple innings for Toro as he's faced the minimum so far through 2 innings.
And he had that pickoff, which always bails a pitcher out. You gotta love that. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, he really had Reef lean in on that one, and that was Millville's first runner in scoring position. So Kevin Dick will get a fresh count here. And a chance to lead off the inning for Millville. That one laid in nicely by Toro for strike 1. Taking something off that a little bit, but too far outside for Quinones to really bring back in. He tried, but usually when you move that much, you're not going to get the call from the umpires. Is that one a little bit high? Good eye there by Dick. Gives himself a 2-1 count. Yeah, you want to try and make Toro throw as many pitches as possible. He's gotten out of these innings fairly easily. There's another one up high, and that is, if I know what I'm doing, the first 3-ball count for Toro on the night. I don't confirm to know that I know what I'm doing. but I believe that is right. So we'll see if Dick's got the green light. He does, and he might have just chased one a bit low, and he knows it. A similar situation yesterday where he had a chance to walk, chased a pitch up high, ended up fouling out. And we definitely heard his frustrations after that one, so we'll see if he's able to change his fortunes right here. As that one lines to center field, Xavier Etheridge won't make the play. They put a good drive on that one, but Etheridge with the play. First out of the inning, so fly out to the center field. Trevor Yeager will get his first look at Toro, the number 8 hitter for Millville. That first one low. And you can kind of see whenever they see kind of the pitches with spin or breaking pitches, they go to the guy on deck and say, hey, this is the way it's moving. Just to give everybody an idea. Is that one high as well? So 2 balls now. Trevor Yeager in a good spot right now. Toro's starting to get a little bit wild. Yeager's going to take a step out.
As it gets a little cooler tonight, Nick, the temperature drops, still a little harder to control some of your pitches?
Yeah, you're not as loose. Obviously, you tighten up a little bit. You don't like to see a long inning. You don't want to be sitting on that bench, and even though you like the runs,
yeah, you'll take the
take
offense.
it, but you don't want to go out there stiff again because you don't get a chance to warm up much. You get about 3 or 4 pitches, and that's it.
Yeah, and we talked about is that one ends up being ball 3, so back-to-back 3 ball counts for Toro. You mentioned earlier, not as bad of a night. Wind actually seems to be non-existent tonight, as those wind chills yesterday definitely kept a lot of balls in the yard and definitely kept me very cold throughout the night, as that one falls in. So a full count here on Trevor Yeager. The same situation that Toro had with Kevin Dick, he has with Trevor Yeager. So you get a good look at Toro right there for the payoff pitch. Yeager lines that one into the gap.
Beautiful.
And Millville's got their second hit of the night.
Didn't try to do too much with that. Just put the bat on the ball right up the middle.
You put it where they're not, and Yeager doing a nice job of finding that gap here. Just a nice smooth swing here. Take a look at the replay. Well, I promise you it was a smooth swing. But just lines that one right into center field. So a base runner here for Cottrell Jr. Millville's 9-hole hitter. As he fouls that one off.
They really need this hitter to get on somehow. Walk, hit, top of the order coming up. Maybe they can get something going.
Yeah, you definitely want to find a way to get as many base runners as you can. You've kept Vineland off the board after 2 tough innings. You can't potentially do that every inning and stay out of trouble, so you want to try and get yourself something. And this would be the time to do it. As Cottrell lines that one to the second baseman, and we could have the double play. And that is not what Millville wanted. That's exactly what Toro and the Fighting Clan hope to see. As Cottrell Jr. grounds into the inning-ending double play. So nobody left for Millville, just 1 hit in the inning. We head to the top of the 4th. Vineland still up 2-0.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
back here at the Babe Ruth Complex here in Millville. Shapiro getting ready for another inning. Coach Val Forbes in his first year here as the head coach for Millville. He's done a little bit of assistant coaching. We've had a lot of chances to speak to him throughout the season. A very nice guy. He's very open at anything we need. He said we're able to get from him. We've been able to talk to him, interview him a couple times. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do it in the last couple games just with the way things have gone. We had the ceremony before tonight's game, which I thought was a really cool moment to honor some of the little leaguers here in Millville. It's all about the kids, really. That's where it starts here. So the fact that they were able to get honored before the game has to be a pretty cool moment for them.
Yeah, we're always trying to do special events, honor who we can. And you said about Coach Val Forbes is just a nice guy, and that's, I think, anybody that you meet that's going to talk about him say he's a great guy. He's a really nice guy. He gives a lot back to the school and the community. Been a long-time assistant, and now getting his first chance to be a head coach.
Yeah, and had a chance to check out a practice as well. Coach Forbes was nice enough to allow us to come into a practice as well. Get us a little media day action and allow us to kind of get to know the team a little bit.
First left-handed hitter, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have seen a left-handed hitter. This is Carlos Gill. Well, he has stepped up. He has one at bat already.
Okay.
That's 2-0.
So this is a big inning for Shapiro. He's got to hold Vineland scoreless again, give his team a chance to get to the top of the order and get some runs going next inning, or the bottom of the inning.
He'd really like to have a clean inning, too.
Inning, right.
That's especially important. He hasn't had a 1-2-3 inning at all so far in the game. He's been able to strand some runners, but you can only avoid danger for so long. And this is a Vineland lineup that's got a lot of power in it, as that one goes high for ball 3. But as we saw yesterday, this is a Vineland offense that doesn't go away quietly. Again, they did it in that final inning without any hits. As you take a look at the nice crowd we have on hand. A beautiful night here under the lights as the sun has set. The sky's getting darker as that one's fouled off. A full count here on Gill.
Good crowd of people watching on Facebook and YouTube. Suge Knight is watching. Jackie Woody Cook. Billy Pena, Kimberly Ann Farinaccio, Valdesari, Tammy Lynn, Jack Mendoza, Rebecca Taylor, Ryan Butcher, Jack Mendoza. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the support as Gill ends up with the walk.
It's not what you want. Get off the inning here.
Yeah, you never want to start the inning on a walk. I believe that's the second walk for Shapiro. He's also hit a batter. That'll bring up Ernie Bernhardt. He doubled his last time up, but he was stranded at second. Take a look at Gill over there at first. Shapiro keeping an eye over. And the bunt goes foul. Yeah, that looked like that was going to be a hit and run situation.
Smart move by the line. They want to move the runner over. They want to get another run on the board. Keep putting the pressure on Milville. Looks like this kid can run. So make Milville defend a little bit. So not a bad play.
And that's the thing that when you're for sure going for the bunt, you don't want to slap at it. You want to just kind of let it hit the bat and try and dead it in as much as you can as Bernhardt calls time. We'll see if he does try to lay down the bunt again. Yeah, that seemed like a situation where it was just find a way to hit it no matter what. And he does. He puts it out right away, pulls it back. The runner's off. Dick with a nice throw, and he's out by a mile. Carlos Gill caught stealing, and when in doubt, that's what Kevin Dick does best. Yeah, he was out by a lot. And a nice throw over there.
You know, I got to believe he went on his own. First base coach is talking to him like,
yeah, I don't know what the situation was.
Didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, Bernhardt did have the bat out, but pulled it back, and As he gets a high swing there to bring the count to 1-2. I wonder if Gil thought it was still a hit and run situation.
Maybe.
Because Bernard did put the bat out for the bunt, pulled it back, and Gil was already off before he did that. So Milville gets the first out on the caught stealing. That one high brings the count to 2-2.
Just again, looks like when Garrett really rears back to let one go, it's just kind of sailing on him right now tonight.
Yeah, he's trying to find something on that fastball. Is that one inside? Again, brings the count to 3-2.
That umpire was going to ring him up.
Nick, you said that was a little bit of his, mechanics and release point there.
Just definitely. He's not driving down. The last pitch, you notice it kind of found the strike zone there because he drove down. And you're right. He tends, when he overthrows and wants to put a little extra on the fastball, he doesn't drive his left leg down far enough. It's mechanics, can be fixed.
Yeah, and that can sometimes be the problem when you are almost trying to force that fastball in.
He did a good job with his mechanics there.
Yeah, nice
Very good.
bounce there to Mulherron at second, gets the second out of the inning. Yeah, that can sometimes be the problem when you're almost trying to force that fast pitch to go in as you kind of get out of your mechanics a little bit. But nice job waiting on the hop there by Mulherron. Makes the play to first. 4-3 on the putout. Dawson Carter struck out his first at bat. So Shapiro with a chance to, I guess if you want to technically look at it as a 1-2-3 inning, could do so as he gets the strike on Carter. Shapiro would definitely love to get out, and so would those men right there, Coach Forbes and the rest of his staff, as that one takes a tough bounce, though, on Reef. And he'll be unable to make the play. Yeah, he kind of let the hop play him on that one. And that's just a tough play for Reef over there at third. You kind of see the bounce here. Yeah, he almost lets it play him instead of coming to the ball. Sometimes you can wait on the hop, but sometimes you got to take a little bit of a charge. I don't know. What do you think on that one?
He just fumbled it.
Yeah.
Hit the heel of his glove, I think.
Yeah, so getting on base, I'd say via the error by Reef. Keeps the inning alive, brings up Mario Toro with a runner on first. Toro with a big hack.
Fouls that one back.
That's an early strike on Toro, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Round out to third and struck out looking his first at bat. Yeah, they're trying their best to not let Toro be the one to beat them. He's Vineland's best power hitter by far. If you can keep him in the yard, you've at least won that battle. As Dick, again, that one gets past him. That's been a problem tonight.
That's a wild pitch, bouncing in front. Yeah.
That's been a little bit of a problem, whether wild pitch or pass ball. Moves Carter up to second. 1-1 now the count on Toro. Yeah, it's been the problem, again, we've talked about for Shapiro. When he's been wild, he's been really wild. 2 outs in the inning, though he still has a chance to escape more danger. With a runner on second now. Toro, another hack. And he's mad at himself. I think he thought that was the one. So 1-2 on Toro. The thing with Toro is it looks like he's been a little bit aggressive at the plate. So you want to try and use that to your advantage. Maybe see if you get him over aggressive and chasing something out of the zone as Dick goes out to the mound, as again does Trevor Yeager. Just calm Shapiro down a little bit.
Counts 1 and 2, correct? We were showing 2 and 1.
Yes, 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Two
yeah.
foul tips.
This is a outside breaking ball.
Yeah, I think that's.
Let him chase.
Yeah, exactly. You've had it pretty aggressive in this at bat. So I think you try to get him as Toro calls time. Yeah, I think you do try to get him. Again, the count 1 and 2. So Shapiro looks in and he'll try to get out of this inning. Strand another Vineland runner as he turns back to Carter over at second. Just keep him honest. With one caught stealing already in the inning, they got Carlos Gill. Keeping an eye over at Carter on second. That one nearly hitting Toro. They throw behind the runner. Unfortunately, Yeager wasn't there. I think Yeager just tried to fool Carter into thinking he didn't actually have the ball. Smart little try there. It's 2-2 now. Yeah, you try and get him thinking, oh no, I don't have the ball, it's in center field. You can go ahead and run. Just kidding, I have it. Sometimes they don't fall for it at this point though. Well, you've seen them fall for it at the major league level, so worth a shot. 2-2, that one low, a nice job by Dick to keep that one in front of him though.
Yeah, good block by Kevin there.
Another full count situation here for Shapiro, his third of the inning. The all-important payoff pitch to Mario Toro, the leadoff batter for the Fighting Clan.
It's a dangerous pitch here. I would tend to throw him a ball, put him on first.
And you see Dawson Carter over there at second. Let's see what Shapiro goes with here.
Ooh.
Ooh. Toro nearly had that one timed up.
That's a hanging curveball there.
And Shapiro probably breathing a little sigh of relief that Toro didn't get all of that one. That's definitely not the pitch you want to throw again. You almost want to try and speed him up now as he nearly had that one timed up, so. But yeah, you do not want to give him something hanging because that'll go a long way if he really gets the bat on it next time. Again, the payoff pitch. And Shapiro gets him swinging as the Thunderbolts fire that one around. The second strikeout for Mario Toro gets Shapiro out of the inning. We'll take a look at this one more time. And yep, he just blows that one by Toro. Leaves a runner at second. Fighting Clan still up 2-0. Millville with another chance here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, we'd like to give a shout out to Joseph Lasavita with Lasavita Home Improvements. If you're having any kind of trouble with your home and you need any form of construction, Lasavita Home Improvements is the place to call. 856-332-8242. Or you can shoot him an email over at lasavita@comcast.net. There's Lasavita Home Improvements, all forms of construction. If you're having any trouble with your home, Joseph Lasavita is the man to call. So we head to the bottom of the fourth here. Millville will bring up the top of the lineup. They've gotten a couple base runners on, but Toro still has faced the minimum through 3 innings. He got a caught stealing in that second inning, had a double play to end the last inning. So while Millville has got 2 runners on, they haven't really been able to do much with it. Just 2 hits so far through 3 innings. A couple of singles, but Toro's been able to get out of it as he goes for his 4th inning of work here. It'll be Marcellus Preston, the leadoff batter, followed by Cole Mulheron and Nate Haycox. Millville's got to find a way to get something going sooner rather than later. You don't want to get into those final innings still trailing. You've been able to hold Vineland aside from those 2 runs in the first inning. So you got to find a way to make Vineland pay.
Let's see how well Preston figures this out. He struck out on a curveball the first time up. I think he had him swinging on 2 curveballs, so let's see if he's made the adjustment here.
Yeah, this is the 2nd time through the order for Toro. And so Millville maybe with a better opportunity their 2nd time facing him. So maybe have tried to figure him out a little bit. Had a couple full counts in that last inning, so they made him throw a bit more pitches as that one drops in for a strike. Toro getting that all-important first strike on Preston. Preston can't, well, let's see, they say, I assume they say he went.
I didn't see that. Did he go?
That's what they say. They appeal to first base and say he went. I just thought that was going to get called a strike, to be honest.
First base umpire Matt Lawler did say he went.
So 0-2 quickly on Preston. He'll have to defend. Good eye on that one.
Just a bit outside.
As Preston holds back on that one. A little waste of a pitch there from Toro. That one way outside. Brings the count to 2-2, so Preston working himself back into a more favorable count. This is the time to get base runners if you're Millville. Put more than a few together. Toro really hasn't had to pitch out of the stretch as Preston, again, can't catch up to that one. That one just couldn't time it right. That's his second strikeout. Toro's second. And slowed him down. He tried to time it and wait for it. He was just a bit ahead of it.
He really has him tied up with that curveball. He knows it.
If you know that they can't catch it, you might as well throw it as Mulheron takes a quick strike. That one again, that breaking pitch, Milville just really hasn't been able to figure that one out. As Toro lays that one in rather easily. Back-to-back 0-2 counts on the batters. Mulheron watches that one, and Toro does not get the call. A 1-2 now. I think he'd wished he got that call, but Mulheron stays alive. You kind of see the sunset in the background there. Beautiful night again here at the Babe Ruth Complex as another breaking pitch gets Mulheron swinging. 2 strikeouts now in the inning, the third strikeout for Toro. Again, they just haven't been able to time it. They're weighing back, but they're not weighing back enough. And Mulheron may have also chased a little bit outside. So Haycox will step in, try to keep the inning alive. That one called for a strike. And Toro's definitely gotten the strike zone in this inning.
Ooh.
Well, doesn't get the call on that one, but that breaking pitch has been his bread and butter this inning. He's got 2 strikeouts on it. Haycock's doing a nice job to lay off of it, though. He gets that one right past Toro's glove and into center field. So Haycock's with the single. Keeps the inning alive for Millville. That's the 3rd single of the day for Millville, but they haven't been able to get anybody past second base. So take a look at the hit here from Haycock's. Gets it just off the end of the bat, but puts enough on it to get it past the glove of Toro and into center field, bringing up Brady Middlecoff. Will try to also keep the inning alive for Millville. That one way out. I think Toro just lost the grip on that one. Yeah, so if Millville wants to do any damage, they're going to have to do it with 2 outs. They did a good job of that last night, being able to make things happen with 2 outs in the inning as scampering back to first is Haycox.
Little adjustment by the Vineland defense here.
Yeah, Middlecoff, who showed some power on his double yesterday, has a huge hole between right and center if he's able to pull it. Is that one outside as well? 2-0 the count. Yeah, there's big gaps in both sides of the outfield. Also a nice gap between first and second as Carter's playing a little bit more towards the bag. There's a couple holes if Middlecoff can find it, and he checks the swing but gets it too far across the plate. for strike one. Still in a good spot is Middlecoff. Up 2-1 in the count. Runner on first. That is Haycox. Middlecoff swinging. Doesn't connect, so 2-2 now. The count again, as you see Haycox over there on first.
Millville dugout trying to make some noise here.
Third single for Millville in this game, but really haven't been able to do anything past that. Haycox heads back to first before getting another lead. Middlecoff will have to protect. 2-2 the count. 2 outs in the inning. And Toro gets him swinging.
Good fastball down the middle.
The 4th strikeout of the night for Toro, who again gets out of a minor bit of trouble. Leaves a runner stranded, and that's a good pitch location. Middlecoff just couldn't catch up to it. So Millville leaves 1 on the single by Haycox. We head to the 5th inning. Vineland still ahead 2-0.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Milville, New Jersey.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Garrett Shapiro will continue his night here against Vineland in the 5th inning. Now he's got 5 strikeouts. He's had to work kind of in and out of trouble. I'd say that 4th inning was probably, even with the error and the walk, his cleanest inning. And his job is just to continue to limit any damage and allow Milville to stay in it. It's still only 2-0. Still plenty of time left for Millville to make something happen offensively. So if Shapiro is able to just keep Vineland in check, he gives his offense a really good shot.
That's the plan. Short term here is get the first out, give his team a chance to get back on offense.
Yeah, that's all you can do as the pitcher, is just keep your offense in a good situation. And
2 runs is nothing.
yeah, we saw again what Millville could do yesterday. Got 4 runs on the board. Of course, got those in the first 2 innings, and then had to hold on in that final inning. But laying down the bunt, he does pull it back in time. Does Etheridge for ball 1. So Vineland trying to start off the inning maybe with a little bit of small ball. Probably trying to get Catlett and Reef maybe thinking a little bit on if he's going to put it out again. He does not. That breaking pitch does find the strike zone. So quickly 1-1 the count. Shapiro never looks phased on the mound. It's just that same look, that same competitiveness as he gets a big swing and a miss from Etheridge. That's what you like to see from your pitcher, though. Almost no emotion on the mound, just calm, cool, and collected. Finding a way, any way that he can. So 1-2 on Etheridge.
Garrett's personality never seems to get too high, too low.
And now again, you just take a look at him right there. It's almost as if his face just never changes no matter the situation. As that one way outside. 2-2 now on Etheridge. Yeah, that's what you like to see from your pitcher. It's just someone who just goes with the highs and the lows, keeps that same energy no matter the situation. We'll see what Shapiro is able to do here. As that one a little bit inside, we'll say, on Etheridge. He's come close a couple times. He has hit one batter. He's come close.
From our vantage point, that looked like there was no way that ball was not going to miss the hitter.
Yeah,
and
there's a couple times.
There's a couple times
it looked like he's going to nail somebody, and doesn't do so. So a full count on Etheridge. A big swing and a miss on the high heater. 6 strikeouts on the night for Shapiro. You got him chasing. A lot of hitters cannot lay off of that one.
Again, Garrett just rears back and lets that one go and found a good spot. Batter chased.
It's key getting that first out is so important. Keeping your team in the game here.
Yeah, because he walked the first batter of the last inning. Got out of it. That one fouled off into the night sky. That one goes into what I believe, thankfully no cars were driving by because we are right around the road here. So anything that leaves this field, watch out if you're driving past the field right now. You might just get a baseball to the roof. So 0-1 the count. Another one fouled off behind us.
That one went back where my car was parked.
Well, if we hear a car alarm go off, as Kevin Dick tries to throw the ball to Shapiro and it just falls out of his hand. No harm, no foul. Yeah, if we hear any car alarms going off.
How many fouls do you get, Ariel?
Oh, you get as many as you can. Until you miss one.
Basketball, you get 5.
I know what you're doing. I'm not playing into it.
Ryan said, let's go Rams.
I'm not playing into anything.
Ooh.
As that high one.
Making 49 degrees out there.
Yeah.
So it's getting a little chilly.
Yeah, so Santiago watches that one. 1-2 now.
Frost warning in the morning tomorrow, and then Saturday 83 degrees.
Yeah, that's spring.
this weather
That's
out.
spring for you. That is spring weather for you. As
There it is.
that one lined over to Yeager at shortstop. Nice throw over to Catlett at first. 2 quick outs in the inning now. Now this is exactly the kind of inning Shapiro wanted and probably needed. As getting that one again off the end of the bat. Takes a nice roll. Takes a little bit of a hop at the end on Yeager, but keeps it in front of him. Gets the throw over to Catlett. Kyle Lamonteer, he singled and he was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. A swing and a miss on the first pitch from Shapiro, who already has 6 strikeouts on the night. He's taking a little bit after Carson Reed, who finished with 11 strikeouts. That was a tremendous outing. Wasn't able to finish it, but Middlecoff did for him, as that one's going to get Lamonteer moving. Again, he's already been hit once. And as the night gets further in, it's going to get a lot chillier, and you wear a baseball, it's not going to feel good right now. As Lamonteer smokes that one to deep left field, and that one is gone. Kyle Lamonteer with the home run to deep left field. Vineland up 3-0.
No doubt about that one.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those yesterday that on a normal night would be gone. This one with no wind in the air, there was no doubt about that one, and all Preston could do was watch that one go. And that's what you didn't want to see if you're Millville. You've held Vineland in check for the last couple innings, but there was no doubt about this one. And we're trying to find that one. We promise you there was absolutely no doubt. So 3-0 now for Vineland on the home run by Lamonteer. Brings up the DH Brett Brosh, who fouls that one back. Yeah, even though we know we're in a press box, there's a fence and glass in front of us. That still makes you flinch a little bit.
I didn't flinch.
Well, I didn't.
Ready to catch.
To be fair, I didn't flinch either, but I was trying to be nice. Happens to the best of us, as that one grounded to Reef, makes the play over to Cat. Let's get the third out of the inning. Unfortunately, Vineland does get a home run in the inning from Kyle Lamonteer, a no-doubter to left field. Vineland up 3-0. Millville starting to run out of chances here. So we'll take a look at this home run from Lamonteer. No doubt about it.
Fastball right down the middle.
And a good hitter's not going to miss that one. So again, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Vineland up 3-0.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
At Mince Insurance.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, things just got a little bit harder for Millville. Now down 3-0 after the home run for Kyle Lamonteer. Millville will bring up Gabe Reef, Garrett Shapiro, and Kevin Dick, the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Toro's now faced 1 over the minimum after that single from Haycox in the 4th inning, but he's still been rather dominant on the mound. Millville really hasn't been able to find his breaking pitch so far. That one, though, drived into right field, but right at the right fielder, Ernie Bernhardt. Reef tried to put a drive into that pitch, but unfortunately put it right at the right fielder.
Millville got 1 hit.
Millville has 3 singles. 3 singles, but they've got a runner to second, but he was caught stealing. Or, well, he was caught off.
Caught off. He got picked
Picked off, one of those words. As a strike there.
Good breaking ball from Toro there.
To Shapiro. See if Shapiro can help out his own cause, but he's already down 0-2 in the count.
Really outside.
Umpire helped him out on that.
Yeah. A good catcher knows how to frame and knows how to get the call. So 0-2 quickly is the count on Shapiro. That one is outside, so 1-2. Again, Toro's been rather comfortable on the mound for the most part. As Shapiro lines that one foul. Keeps him alive. Millville hasn't really made Toro uncomfortable up on the mound. 4 strikeouts so far. Couple singles throughout, but Millville's only got a runner to second. That was Gabe Reef, and he was picked off. They haven't been able to get anyone there since.
See if Garrett can help his own calls here.
Yeah, that'll help a lot. That'll definitely make him feel a little bit better, especially after that home run from Lamonteer. Is to find a way to get on base himself. He chases that one. Did they say he went? No. Shapiro might have just gotten a little bit of help there from the first base umpire. So he does stay alive. He kept his bat back just enough. 2-2.
Just need base runners in the worst way here.
As I was wondering what we were waiting for, and then I see Quinones tying his shoe. So we're back. 2-2. Pitch from Toro. Gets the strikeout call. Shapiro doesn't like that one. But Toro and the Fighting Clan sure do. That is the 5th strikeout on the night.
Look at that one again.
That's just a good frame job from Quinones. That's all I'll say about that one. He gets his pitcher the call. 2 outs now in the inning. Kevin Dick, who flew out to center field. Yeah, that looked like a swing where Kevin Dick wanted to get all 3 runs back in one swing. Unfortunately, this is not banana ball. I don't even know how banana ball really works, if that's how it works, but I'm thinking the money puck in hockey, really. We want to go different sport, but 0-2 now on Kevin Dick.
If you're trying to follow along at home, I am just as confused.
Yeah,
as you
trust
are.
me, I just. Well, if you are a fan of the NHL hockey game, you know what the money puck is. That's when you're playing threes and it counts as more than one goal, if you want the explanation on that. Unfortunately, Kevin Dick cannot get that on one swing. As he watches that one high.
We're at that point in the game where Ariel's talking about hockey.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to find the best way to explain. I only said banana ball because I know it's, I don't want to say gimmicky. I know there's different kind of situations that work in it. But the easiest way was the money puck. But I got to remember my audience here. My audience probably does not play the NHL video game. Good take there from Dick. 2-2 the count.
Toro has done a great job moving the ball around this whole game. Inside, outside, high, low. He's tough to figure out if you're a hitter.
Yeah, he's been able to keep the Millville hitters off balance.
Yeah.
That one, though, doesn't find the strike zone. So, again, another 3-2 count. Kevin Dick would like to find his way to first base, keep the inning alive, and bring up Trevor Yeager as one of the 3 singles on the night for Millville. Yeah, but it can be hard when you've got a pitcher who's been able to find spots all over that you can't really figure out what he's able to do. The payoff pitch. Kevin Dick's caught looking. He puts the hands to the head. He doesn't like it either. He's going to talk to the umpire and maybe just kind of figure out where that pitch was. The 6th strikeout. Second one looking. We'll take a look here and maybe let you guys think about where this one was. Eventually it'll happen. Well, we're going to get blocked by the shortstop.
Told him to stand there.
From the angle that looked like it probably was going to hit the knees. But back-to-back strikeouts for Toro, both looking. As Millville will have a new pitcher. That is Gabe Reef, who will now move from third to the mound. We'll try to see if maybe that's just a straight change for Millville. Or if Shapiro stays in the game in some way. Let's see what we got. Well, it looks like Middlecoff is going to third, so I imagine Shapiro goes to right. All right, let's try and figure this all out here. So again, Gabe Reef now on the mound. Middlecoff to third. I have to imagine Shapiro, who is coming out, will be the right fielder. So it's just a couple of position changes for Millville. Not quite as complicated as we had last night. I'll tell you, Vineland made about 4 changes and took us a minute to figure them all out. But just a couple position changes, so it'll be up to Gabe Reef now to keep Vineland where they are with 3 runs. And it was just a tough night on the mound for Shapiro. We said, believe it or not, he did have 6 strikeouts on the night. Gave up those 2 runs in the first inning, 1 on the wild pitch. And that home run to Lamonteer in the 5th inning. Again, you see Middlecoff, who moves from right field to third base. Shapiro heading to right field. And Gabe Reef now will be challenged with trying to get these Vineland hitters out.
Nick, think this is just Coach Forbes and Millville trying to shake up the lineup a little bit, just try to get something going here?
I don't know how many pitches Shapiro had. I don't know what the schedule is for the rest of the week. Is he going to start another game this week? All that plays in a decision like that. You're down 3-0. You know, I don't know if this kid pitches a lot. I'm not aware of. Is he a number 2 starter, number 3 starter?
Millville's got a lot of different guys they can throw on the mound. That's the thing with high school baseball is you find pitchers all over the diamond. As Reef gets the first strike, I believe we have seen Reef pitch.
So they want to give him a couple innings.
Yeah, down 3-0. I think it's a little bit of both. You want to shake things up. Shapiro obviously didn't have his best stuff on the night. He kind of battled through it. Pitch count does play a big part as that one, a high fly ball, calling everyone off is Mulherrin. As as Reef just takes 2 pitches to get the first out.
You know, sometimes a pitcher after a home run like that will kind of get deflated a little bit. So maybe it's just a good move psychologically, confidence-wise. Get somebody else in there, live the fight another day.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that play into a situation like that. And Forbes kind of does seem like a guy who's going to just, you know what, it's been a tough day. We're going to go ahead and get you out. He does still stay in the game in right field, obviously, so still involved.
Still can get to the plate and help himself.
So yeah, I have a feeling a lot of different things play into that, as that one again high from Reef. So 2-0 the count. That is Carlos Gil, who grounded out his first at bat, walked his last, and was caught stealing as Reef fires that one in.
Good pitch there by Gabe, catches the outside corner.
That one, he just completely lost the grip on that one. Oh, apparently I had the wrong count. Because Gil is going to first base. I thought there was only 2 balls, but I guess not. I missed something, I'll be honest there.
That might have been the magic puck there.
You know what? That doesn't even make sense. But Gil does head to first on the walk. Brings up Ernie Bernhardt, who is 1 for 2 with a double. Grounded out his last at bat. Will be number 8 hitter for Vineland, who will try to add on. Is throwing over his Reef.
Looked like they got him.
Nearly. Well, no sign until now.
Dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was a good try by Reef to Catlett, just unable to apply the tag. Let's see if they continue to keep an eye on him. Not a big lead as Reef steps off. Over there. That is the courtesy runner, Torres, who again has to dive back. Did I write down the wrong number? No, that is a that is over there. Well, problem is I don't have a number 7. We found it yesterday, Torres, as Kevin Dick wanted to throw that one to first. So 1-0. And they're really keeping an eye on Torres at first base. Reef with the pitch. Yeah, that was definitely a hit and run as he chased that one out of the zone.
Heck of a high bunt.
That's one of those situations where they tell you, well, just bunt whatever you can. But unable to keep that one in play is Bernhardt. 1-1 now.
That runner from first is going to take off. You've got to, as the batter, protect him and just try to get that ball in play, right?
Yeah, we saw that go against Vineland earlier. And again, yeah, they're trying to catch him leaning now. To see if maybe that's still the same situation now. In high school, you can throw over as many times as you want. Unlike the majors, you only get 2 disengagements. In high school, well, just keep going. We'll be here all night. As again with the bunt, that one foul. Dick tried to just catch that one and get the quick double play. Not a bad idea.
Yes.
Now with 2 strikes. I don't know if Bernhardt's going to bunt still, because if you miss it, you're out. Or if you foul it off, you're out. But I thought I heard get it down, so we'll see if the bunt is still on. It is. Well, you better hope he gets it.
Oh, no,
And
no,
Reef's
no,
going to
no.
step
Leave that
off.
door open. Let them breathe.
They really are trying to catch him leaning at first. But Bernhardt puts it out again. He misses that one, so that's a strikeout. Keeping the bunt on with 2 strikes is an interesting decision. And they do get Bernhardt, who again tried to slap at that one. And put Swings the bat over the head. He knows he missed an opportunity. 2 outs now. Dawson Carter, who reached on an error his last time up and was stranded at second. He was also one of Shapiro's 6 strikeouts. Try to keep it alive. So he gets swing on that one over to third. A nice easy play. As Millville does get out of the inning, and a rather clean inning for Gabe Reef. He does allow the walk, but leaves a runner stranded. Gets a strikeout of the inning. Millville will come up in the bottom of the 6th, still trailing 3-0.
Who's up?
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Toro still on the mound. He's had a rather comfortable night. He's got 6 strikeouts. Struck out in the last 2 batters. He's actually, in the last 6 batters, struck out 5 of them. Only allowed a single in that one. And had a fly out to the right fielder as well, so he's in a bit of a groove right now. He's going to face the bottom of the order, Trevor Yeager, who does have one of the singles in this game. Followed by Mario Cottrell Jr. and Marcellus Preston. Running out of time is Millville.
I have to say, Ariel, today was Bring Your Child to Work Day at Millville High School. And your dad not being here today to bring you to work.
I knew that's where that was
just
going.
Cannot understand why
I knew
he's
that
not.
was... I don't want to imagine having my dad and
I can get your dad going once in a while.
You can get, well, you think you can get him going. You can get, you can get him going. I don't know what to do either.
Here you go, Coach.
Oh, well, it went past it, yeah. It went.
Right.
We're working up here. We're trying to get things done. As Millville also trying to make something happen. 3 singles, their only hits so far in the game. Again, have not been able to get a runner past second base. That was Gabe Reef, who was picked off.
Like we're waiting on the catcher. Here he comes.
Yeah, we're waiting. That is Quinones.
So Millville's got 6 outs here.
No better time than the present.
Right now, top of the order coming up soon. Get a base runner here.
Yeah, it's been tough to come by for Millville. They've scattered the singles. They had Brady Middlecoff got a single in the second. Yeager had one in the third. And Haycox had one in the fourth. Other than that, they've been held in check. Only had 2 balls go out of the infield. Fly out to the center fielder and a fly out to the right fielder as Yeager fouls this one off. Really haven't been able to put the ball in play too much. But they really need to find a way to string some hits together. As Yeager tries to hold up, they appeal. Quinones does, but they say Yeager held up. It was close.
Once again, first base umpire Matt Waller says no, he didn't go.
Well, it was Quinones that actually checked. The home plate umpire, I think, didn't think he went at all. But Quinones is going to try and get the call as Yeager swings at the high one. Toro ahead in the count, 1-2. Yeager will step out. Yeah, they got to find a way to get Toro uncomfortable. He's been held in check as Yeager again, a nice single out to center field. He's 2 for 2 on the day. That's going to get a little cheer from the Millville dugout.
Get the juice going for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and Yeager put a nice swing on that one. Mario Control Jr. grounded into that inning-ending double play. His first time up. Now has a chance to change the tune. See if Milville can stretch back-to-back hits. They try to get Yeager leaning, almost do. A nice strategy there by Toro. You throw over when Yeager's maybe not paying attention. Again, Control Jr. will pull the bunt back as he watches ball 1. Millville maybe trying a little bit of small ball just to get somebody over to second. See if Cottrell Jr. puts that bunt out again. They throw over. Yeager back in plenty of time.
Millville first base coach Roberto Rivera, a Division I baseball player at UNC Pembroke, former quarterback, point guard, second baseman in Millville, one of the best athletes of all time.
As Cottrell keeps the bat on his shoulders for that one and takes ball 2. This is what we like Coach Latour for. He's got the history.
I'll give you the inside scoop on Bert if you ever need it. My favorite Millville athletes of all time, point guard.
We'll take it on anyone. As that one catches the outside corner.
Well, on Friday, May 2nd, Ariel, I'm going to give you all the info you ever wanted about a high school golf match.
I don't know for sure that I'll be there, but give plenty to my father. As Yeager dives back in, as Toro fakes the throw over. Yeager definitely getting his money's worth over there. 2-1 the count on Cottrell Jr. Gets that one off the end of the bat over the head of Santiago. Yeager's thinking 3. And he gets there sliding. And Millville finally has a runner at third base. A nice piece of hitting there from Cottrell. Nice bit of base running from Yeager as well. That one goes over the head of Santiago. Yeager was thinking 3 all the way. It's a nice dive in, head first, and a good job by Cottrell Jr. Just you watch that throw, see if it gets away. He took a big turn around first. So Marcellus Preston now with runners on the corners.
He's due.
Yeah, he struck out twice. He struck out twice, both on breaking pitches from Toro. This is what Millville needed to do, get a couple of base runners on and make Toro throw a little bit more as that one drops in. He's really been able to make that pitch work. That's what's fooled Preston. Been able to figure that one out, throwing behind the runner. That was close. Getting back in time is Cottrell Jr. No, you absolutely do not want to get picked off in this situation. No outs in the inning. Your best chance of the night to scratch a run across. Make this a little bit closer as Preston steps out. Again, the first time Millville has had a base runner on third base. That's Trevor Yeager throwing back in. Yep, he's out. Yeah, you cannot get caught in that opportunity. Mario Cottrell Jr. got caught frozen at first base. That is the first out.
Baseball there.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. That's the second time a Millville base runner has been picked off. Yeager still on third, 1 out now in the inning.
You could just see Toro was getting closer and closer and closer on those throwovers. Finally got him.
Still a chance here for Preston to drive a run in. That one,
come on,
nice.
that was so inside.
Ooh, that is Quinones again helping his pitcher out. Again, a good catcher really knows how to frame the ball and get the strike for his pitcher. Toro's going to appreciate that. 0-2 now is the count on Preston. 1 out now in the inning. Preston watches
That's
that
the
one
same
almost
pitch.
the same
Same
exact
pitch.
thing.
2 foot outside. Same.
The umpire doesn't bite on that one. 1-2.
I would just like to say I appreciate all umpires, referees.
Oh, I could never
officials.
do it. I could never do it.
They are great people.
I could definitely never be one. As that one, again, Quinones tried to hold it. Toro also thought that was strike 3. He was halfway off the mound. So a couple of nice takes from Preston. Gets himself back 2-2. Trevor Yeager over there at third. He'd like to come in and get Millville's first run across. And that's just a beautiful fastball from Toro. The 3rd strikeout on the night for Preston. 7 strikeouts. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, he pulled it back in.
Again, a good catcher. Knows what to do in that situation. But the 3rd strikeout on the night for Preston. Again, the 7th for Toro. He's got a chance to get himself out of this inning. That one way outside. Mulherrin 0 for 2 on the day. He's been a victim of Toro via the strikeout. He's also grounded out to the shortstop. Millville will have to try and manufacture this run with 2 outs in the inning. Again, that one outside. 2-0 now for Mulherrin. Try and make Toro work as much as you can. As the game gets later, you want to try and tire him out. That one high. 3-0 now for Mulherrin.
If he gets out of this inning, it'll be monumental for Vineland.
Yeah, it'll definitely put a jolt into this fighting clan if Toro can find his way out. With 3-0 the count, yep. Just gonna take that one is Mulherrin, so now 3-1 the count. Now's when you kind of start to look for something if you like it. You can afford to take that first one on a 3-0 count, but now you start to find something you want to hit if you're Mulherrin. Toro will step off again, him and Quinones just maybe not on the same page.
Say again.
Mulherrin with 2 outs here, fouls that one off, so a full count.
For scoring at home, Ariel flinched again.
I did not flinch. I didn't even flinch the first time.
2 for 2, not flinch.
This one we have way more in front of us than we do at the normal high school field. Even though there's a fence in front of us, the press box is wide open. As the payoff pitch, spoiled there by Mulherrin, and yeah, he's
Out back into the parking lot.
very much in defense mode, yeah. Coach Latour is very afraid of his car back there.
Oof.
That's 2 that have gone out to that area. That's why I parked way over towards the other field. Someone would really have to pull one over. Well, it helps when you're able to get here a little bit earlier. To be able to get a parking spot where you're not afraid of getting any baseballs hit through your windshield. This field has definitely got the chance to do that. So again, Toro looks in, shakes off the first pitch. Full count here on Mulherrin. Another payoff pitch. Mulherrin drives that.
In the gap.
In the gap. That's going to score. Yeager. Mulherrin will head to second. He gets there safely on the stand-up. And there is a lot of excitement in this Millville dugout as they scratch a run across on the double from Mulherrin. He put a drive into that one. Yeah, again, batters, if they can get on that high pitch, are able to do a lot with it. That one actually got past the center fielder and allowed Mulherrin to get in rather easily to second. You see the celebration right there. Millville is pumped. They've got a run across. It is now 3-1 as we'll have a little bit of a meeting on the mound.
Good at bat there from Cole, working a full count and then seeing a pitch. I want to thank everybody tuning in tonight on Facebook and YouTube. Quinn Broadcasting, Frank Eigenman, Dennis Besparage, Michelle Tobolski-Gonzalez, Victor Latour.
I wonder if there's any relation.
Sure. Amy Nesson-Snyder, Mackenzie Eller, Vivian Kathleen, Mrs. Michelle Garrett, guidance counselor, Tony Martinez. Thank you all for tuning in.
Nate Haycock's the next batter from Millville. A runner in scoring position. Millville 1 run across in this inning. That one a dribbler down the third base line. Haycock's, that one gets away. And Mulheron's going to score. Sliding into second is Haycock's. And just like that, Millville's cut it to a 3-2 game.
Pickoff means a
How
lot.
big of a play was that pickoff now, Nick, right? This would be a tie game.
So that's a single and then an error on the throw. That allows Haycock's to get to second, allows the run to come in.
Yeah, but you can't go back in time and fix it, so we got to play on from here in Millville.
Yeah, and of course, you always like to say maybe now that's 3 runs across. Of course, you can't say maybe the same situation happens, but it definitely does loom large, especially if Millville isn't able to get this 3rd run across. But Middlecoff will have his opportunity, and Millville's doing this with 2 outs in the inning. So Middlecoff will try to keep it alive.
2 big gaps in the infield here, between first and second, third and short.
Second baseman does move over just a little bit. That's Dawson Carter. Well, again, the single from Haycock's and the error allowing Cole Mulheron to score. Of course, Mulheron getting on with that RBI double. Neither team has given up in both of these games of the rivalry series, and we're getting our money's worth in both of these games. Millville's finally been able to get to Toro late in this game. They have a chance to add some more. Middlecoff watches that one go way outside. And you have to wonder, too, the longer this inning goes, the more tired Toro's going to get. You make him throw a lot of pitches, he's going to start to make mistakes. Well, they don't call it one, but he did kind of step off in a funky way. But we play on, 1-0 the count. Middlecoff watches that one right down the middle.
Fastball there, still got a little bit of fastball going.
Yeah, he's still got that heat going.
Millville dugout, assistant coach Jordan Rivera talking to umpire Matt Lawler about that non-balk call.
1-1 the count here as Toro steps off. Gets the call from Quinones. Oh, okay, that one high. That one was a slow moving pitch. Middlecoff lays off of it. 2-1. Millville's done some damage with 2 outs in the inning. They'll try to get that tying run in. That's Haycock's over at second. Again, had that single. And the error that allowed him to go to second and allowed Mulheron to get the second run for Millville. Brady Middlecoff drives that one to right field, but again, right at Ernie Bernhardt.
Didn't even have to move.
That's the second one that Bernhardt's been in a perfect spot for. But Millville does get 2 runs across. A couple hits in the inning, an error, allowing a run to score. We'll take a look at this last play, and Middlecoff got a nice bat on it, but again, nothing Bernhardt had to do right there. As again, Millville cuts this to a 3-2 lead. We'll head to the top of the 7th.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Gabe Reef on for his second inning of relief. He'll try to have a shutdown inning and give Millville a chance in the bottom of the 7th. They scratched 2 runs across. Some nice hitting. They get the fortunate error that allows the second run to score. Down 3-2 now, so Reef's job, just get out of the inning, keep it at a 1-run deficit and let the bats do the work. Mario Toro, the pitcher, will have a chance to help his cause. There is someone warming up in the Vineland bullpen. Probably depends on how this inning goes. They don't want to take Toro's bat out of the lineup, so I understand leaving him in to hit. So we'll see what happens in the bottom of the 7th as the count 2-0. We'll try and get a look on the relief pitcher, figure out potentially who Vineland might be bringing in. Of course, he brings his glove up to cover his jersey as Toro hits that one to third, bobbled, and another, ooh, had the out, did Catlett, but unable to corral it. So getting on is Toro, but it is gonna have a pinch runner come in. Seth Soupy will head to first base, and the relief pitcher right there, Xavier Etheridge. So Vineland's gonna do this to us again. That's the center fielder now warming up. They're gonna try and make a bunch of changes on us again, but Toro reaching on the air by Catlett. Middlecoff bobbled it a little bit, but still had plenty of time to make the play, and Catlett had it in his glove, but couldn't corral it, so that's an E3, allowing Toro to reach, and then Soupy, the pinch runner. That brings up, well, if Etheridge is in the bullpen, that means we have a new batter, and that's Sincere Moore. So we're gonna have some kind of change. Though you can re-enter in high school, so we'll have to figure out what the changes might be. As again, they throw over. Soupy back in time. I have to have a pretty good feeling that Etheridge is gonna come in as the pitcher in the next inning. We'll see if Moore maybe stays in as well. Moore pulls the butt back. That one low and outside. Kevin Dick again keeping an eye on Soupy over at first. Yeah, you gotta again laying out the butt and dropping it perfectly. Going to second is Reeve. That's a nice heady play by the pitcher. No, they say safe. No, they're saying, I don't know, somebody's out and somebody is safe. I don't know who is who. Well, Soupy's out. Oh, double play.
Slide ran into the obstructed player.
Okay, so they say it was an obstruction.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's a double play. We'll go with that. I have no idea how to write that one, but we'll say it's a double play nonetheless. Oh. We're just as lost as you all are. Because the umpire went safe, then went out, and then we all kind of
I'm not lost.
Figured it.
I know exactly what happened.
All right, then go ahead.
This is high school. This isn't the major league.
You go ahead. Then what happened?
It's 2 outs.
Okay. All right. Out of here, trying to pull a fast one here.
Ryan Narowski.
which is a shock sometimes. He's the only one that knows. All we know is it was a double play. And that is a big play for Reef, as I think that one just popped out of the glove of Dick, but is a strike. So 1-1. You know what? I just write that as a double play and we call it a day. As that one high by Reef.
Again, all caused by the heady play of Reef to throw that ball to second instead of just take the easy play at first.
Yeah, and he had plenty of time as well to make that play. And when you're laying down the bunt, you don't want to hit it basically right back to the pitcher, as he has the chance to get that lead runner at second, but ends up with the double play on the obstruction call is what we're being told. I would probably have to see that again to figure out where the obstruction was. So maybe we'll take a look at that one again as Reef, that's ball 4, allows CJ Santiago to head to first base, and let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Let's see, well,
You won't see it.
well, let's see. Okay, yeah, they say are they gonna say he basically ran into Mulherrin and didn't allow him to make a play? That's what I'm assuming there. I guess because he didn't go for the slide, they're saying he obstructed the potential double play, and we're coming out to talk to Reef, and looks like he might be in a little bit of discomfort. I didn't see what happened. Looked like he was holding his side a little bit, maybe? Or are we just having a regular old mount visit? I don't know. It looked like Reef held his side for a second, but honestly could have just been him putting his hand on his hip.
Just trying to make drama.
I always. Well, when you look away and then all of a sudden you've got a mound visit, you don't know why.
Well, who's up to the plate?
So let's see. We've got Kyle Lamonteer. So
That's
he did
why.
home run in the last inning. This is what I keep you guys around for.
How are we going to pitch this guy?
Yeah, you got to figure out. You got 2 outs in the inning, a runner on first. Do you pitch to Lamonteer is the question. It's already beat you once.
I think you pitch to him, but carefully, low and outside, keep the ball down.
He's 2 for 2. Also been hit by a pitch. We'll see what the strategy is here. Yeah. And probably not going to want to give him anything good to hit. Maybe hope he chases at all. Helps you out a bit. They call that one a strike. As Kevin Dick again, always ready to try and pick off a runner if he can. That is Ev Kronk now, the courtesy runner. They throw over, Kronk back in plenty of time.
Everett's sister Sydney plays golf for Vineland High.
There's always some kind of connection. And if Latour knows it, he'll find it. As that one lays in, did he? He put the hand out. No? Did he call that a strike? He kind of put the finger down like it was a strike, so.
Millville coaches don't look like
Yeah,
they agree with the call, so I'm going to assume he called
Yeah.
that a ball.
Well, that helps us find out that it's 2-2. He kind of put the finger out like it was a strike, but maybe he was just saying, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. But 2-2 now, the count on Lamonteer. And they're definitely not trying to give him anything to hit. And they do get him swinging. And they finally get Kyle Lamonteer. A nice inning of relief again for Reef. They get the courtesy of the double play. Take a look at this strikeout from Reef, his second strikeout.
3 up, 3 down.
Ends the inning. Millville with their last chance to make something happen as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Vineland up 3-2. Again, we want to give a shout out to Joseph Lasavita. If you are looking for any home improvement needs, any form of construction, you can give a call to Joseph Lasavita at 856-332 8242. Or you can go ahead and send him an email to lasavita@comcast.net. That is Lasavita Home Improvements, 856-332-8242. And that is still Toro on the mound. So I have a feeling that was just maybe in case Vineland got a couple runs across in that inning possibly. So they're going to give Toro a chance to finish this one. He certainly had a solid night. Millville finally able to get to him in that 6th inning.
How many total hits against Toro?
So coming into that 6th inning, Millville had 3 singles. And they got 4 hits in that inning. So if you're good at math, 4 plus 3 is 7. That's the kind of math I can do. As Trevor Yeager led the inning off with a single, ended up coming around on the RBI double by Mulherrin. Mulherrin came around on the single and error to bring Millville to 3-2. It's the middle of the order, so it's exactly who Millville wants up right now. I see Rocco Lasavita with a bat in his hand. So a chance he may pinch hit in this inning. As coming up to bat should be Reef. So it should be Reef, Shapiro, and Dick. 5, 6, and 7. Put the mark in the wrong spot.
That's all right, Ariel.
I saw that and I was like, it is not 4, 5, 6. It is 5, 6, 7. So Reef
There we
lines
go.
that one right up the middle, first pitch. And that's a way to start if you're Millville. Reef helping himself out as well. Gets the single. Millville's got an early base runner. Why waste any time if you see a pitch you like? Right down the middle.
Efficiency, Ariel, efficiency. First pitch, go ahead.
And Shapiro is going to be, or sorry, Shapiro is up. It is Reef who's going to get the pinch runner. And that is Carson Reed, sporting the all-white helmet. I like it. I like that look. It's very clean. Well, they're going to get more speed over at first base because if Shapiro can drive one, Reed's going to run.
Oh.
And they throw over quickly. They appeal. It looked like the umpire
He
appealed.
almost picked him off.
Reed didn't have all his even equipment on yet.
Yeah, Reed was still getting together.
His white helmet almost went right back in the pile.
And
Again.
they're really keeping an eye on Reed over there. It seems like every time we get a pinch runner, the pitcher really pays attention to him, knowing that they probably put a guy in with speed for a reason. Shapiro tries to lay down the bunt, doesn't get the bat on that one. They're trying to get Reed over to second. You're going to lay down the bunt, you got to make sure you get it in a spot where they can't throw to second. Like Shapiro was maybe trying to get that up the first baseline. Try and get the catcher moving as well.
I was very good at bunting when I played Ariel. It was T-ball, but still.
Hey, it counts nonetheless. Shapiro does get it, the bat on it, but fouls one off, so 2 strikes now. You have to imagine the bunt is off. We saw Vineland keep it on with 2 strikes, but we'll see if they keep the bunt call on for Shapiro. My college coach told me I was good at bunting. Unfortunately, he said that was about the only thing I was good at. In so many fewer words. But I got told your bunting has gotten better. We will use you in that situation because you couldn't tell an athlete in college to quit. That was about as close as they got. Shapiro lines that one back to Toro, and that should be a double play. And that is the opposite of what you want if you're Millville. And Quinones is going wild behind the plate. Well, Millville's going to have to make it happen with 2 outs. So the double play right back to Toro. That is a 1-6-3 double play. 2 outs now. And it's up to Kevin Dick. As the umpire goes over to talk to one of the Millville assistant coaches. I don't know if maybe somebody said something. As they are looking in the dugout, trying to figure something out. I don't know exactly what happened, but I just have a feeling maybe somebody said something that the umpire didn't like. We will play on. 2 outs in the inning. Kevin Dick, the batter. He's struck out and flew out to center field. So he has a chance to keep the inning alive and give Millville a chance here with 2 outs. And Dick swings at that low one. Yeah, I think Dick's just feeling a little bit too aggressive.
Need a base runner.
He wants to try and get that run himself. But he's got to be. Kevin Dick can drive the ball if he gets good wood on it. I don't believe he does, but we haven't been to all of Millville's games, so I can't give you the official.
The bats are aluminum.
Carry on, 1-1, or 0-2 the count, sorry. No, 1-1, I'm looking at the wrong batter. 2-1 now the count on Kevin Dick.
Who's on deck?
So Trevor Yeager, who has 2 singles, he's 2 for 2. So if Kevin Dick can get to Yeager,
he's got to get on this kid.
yeah, if he can get to Yeager, he's had a good night so far. Big swing and a miss.
Fastball there.
Well, Dick's got to protect.
Don't ask your coach for the count. He don't know.
Down to his final strike. I wonder if maybe Toro's seen how aggressive Dick can be. He's going to try and get him to chase something. Quinones is trying to get the call. I don't think he likes anything he's hearing.
Don't ask your coach for the count.
But we do get the sign. Toro with the pitch. And Kevin Dick swings and misses, and Vineland takes this one. A 3-2 victory as Mario Toro goes all 7 and finishes out with his 8th strikeout of the night. He'll take one final look. That was a good pitch. Kevin Dick just couldn't get the bat on it. You see the excitement there from Quinones. Vineland takes this one in the second half.
2 good games, though.
Yeah, it's definitely been a couple of good ones here. As Millville took the first one by a score of 4-3. Vineland takes this one 3-2. Millville getting those 2 runs in the 6th inning, so Vineland made that score hold up for a majority of the game. They got 2 runs in the 1st inning, added a 3rd, so that home run by Lamonteer is your game winner.
Camera 3's quitting.
Gives Vineland the victory, so Millville Vineland split the back-to-back. Vineland now moves to 5-4 on the season. Millville drops to 3-6, and yeah, you can see that in the end, these guys are all friends. It was a very competitive game, but in the end, it's all handshakes and hugs on the field. Now, as Vineland and Millville head out to their respective outfields, we'll go ahead and take a break, tally up our final numbers, hopefully have a star of the game for you. And we'll be back in just a little bit here on Quinn Broadcasting as Vineland flips to victory.
You didn't get that backflip, did you?
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
The calm after the storm here at the Babe Ruth Field Complex in Milville, New Jersey. A couple of really good games from Millville and Vineland as they split the back-to-back. Millville taking the first game 4-3. Vineland coming away with the 3-2 victory. Ariel Melendez here with our star of the game. If you can't tell by that big chain right there, he's also Vineland's player of the game, Mario Toro. Before we get into tonight's game, you get to play a couple games under the lights. You guys are pretty familiar with that in Vineland, but you get to come down here to Millville to do that. How much does it bring you back to being a kid and be able to play games like this?
It's just the energy that we're just bringing to these games. I just know my boys, like I said last year, I'm not going to forget, my boys are some dogs. I said the same thing last year. We some dogs. We brought that dog energy today. After taking the L yesterday, we had to come in here with some energy ready to win a ball game.
And these were back-to-back games where both teams were kind of in it the whole way. You guys gave up those 3 runs yesterday, but you come back with 2 runs of your own today. As the pitcher, how much does it help you to get right on the mound? you have those runs to work with too.
Coming into that inning after we scored a couple runs, I mean, it's just confidence. It's just the confidence that I have going in there, knowing that we already put a couple runs up, and I know we're going to score more. That's just the first inning. I know we're coming in aggressive in the box, ready to have some good at-bats, and ready to just play hard all 7 innings.
And you seemed pretty confident on the mound pretty much the entire game. Obviously, getting a little bit of trouble in that 6th inning. We kind of talked on the way up. You said you just left a couple pitches where you didn't want them, but you really settled in pretty much this entire game. It seemed like you and Quinones, a couple of times maybe not on the same page, but you seemed to work pretty well together. How good was he for you tonight?
Yeah, for sure. That boy, hey, he was working back there today for me. He was. If I was missing on a pitch, he would make it look even better. If I dotted that outside corner, which I was dotting all game today, all 7 innings, he would make it look better. He was framing some nice pitches, and he was just doing his job back there, being a catcher.
Yeah, a pitcher always loves a catcher like that who's able to give you a couple strikes. He definitely helped you out later on to be able to catch some of those pitches. And that home run by Lamonteer ends up being huge for you guys, and that was a no-doubt home run. You come off of a day yesterday where we probably could have seen a couple home runs. The wind keeps him in, but Lamonteer doesn't miss on that one. How large does that now loom with the final score?
That's just an energy and confidence boost for us. When he hit that bomb, we were just like, we got it. We got it. And if I'm being completely honest with you, we were like, it's over. We're going to go out there on defense, and we're going to shut it down. We're going to end this game. And that's what we did.
And after that 6th inning, we saw Etheridge in the bullpen, kind of getting ready. You did come up to bat in that inning. Was there ever a doubt that you were coming out for that 7th inning? For you, at least.
There wasn't a doubt, but if I had it in my mind that if I went out there and I didn't do what I had to do and he came in, I got trust in him. I trust him 100%. I know that he'll come in the game and just do his job, shut him down, end the game. And that's that.
So you finished the game 8 strikeouts, no walks. How important was that for you to not allow any walks on the night?
Very important. That was amazing for me, honestly. When I heard when you were telling me that on the way up here, I was like, damn.
And we went no walks.
I didn't even notice, honestly.
I actually shorted you a strikeout, and it was 8 strikeouts, but pretty dominating performance from you. Again, our star of the game, Mario Toro, the winning pitcher, goes all 7 innings for Vineland as they take the 3-2 victory. We'll be back to wrap things up here on Quinn Broadcasting, so stay with us.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
High school baseball.
It's live on Quinn Broadcasting.
Back here at the Babe Ruth Complex here in Millville as Vineland takes away the second half of our back-to-back in a 3-2 victory. Our Melendez here alongside Coach Mike Latour had the chance to join us tonight. We really appreciate it because you bring kind of that extra information. You got some background. I mean it. I do mean that one this time. I know we joke a little bit, but you help add in a little bit of background on some of these players, and definitely appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you, Ariel. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. We always joke about doing these kind of things, and Ryan asked me, and I was available after our golf match, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
Well, you told us you're never going to do this again, though. So we're one and done. A good game though to get as a little color commentator. Yeah. So Millville getting the victory last night. We had kind of a same situation in this one where this time Vineland got off to the early lead and really didn't get anything until that home run by Lamonteer. A late rally by Millville nearly gets them back in the game. So 2 very good games in 2 very similar situations.
Both one-run games, correct?
Yes. 4-3 last night, 3-2 this night. It's the rivalry series for a reason, and it was definitely that. Especially yesterday, we definitely had a lot of chatter. The dugouts a little bit closer together, but these games are always well played by both teams, and you like to see games where it's not just one team dominating. Both teams are in it throughout the entire game, and that just gives you a really good game to call.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and saw some good pitching tonight. Toro did a great job for Millville. Garrett Shapiro for Toro for Vineland, and Garrett
we
Shapiro
wish
for
it was
Millville.
Toro
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Millville, trust us.
And Gabe Reef did a good job coming in relief for Shapiro as well.
Yeah, Reef definitely held it down and allowed Millville to get back in this one. It was a tough night for Shapiro. He's kind of in and out of trouble. Held it out as long as he could, obviously, before that home run from Lamonteer, and then Reef comes in, settles things down, gets those huge outs. They get that huge double play as well and get those runs in the 6th inning and just couldn't quite get that final run across. But you got to give a lot of credit to Toro for what he was able to do. I didn't think there was ever a doubt he was coming in for that 7th inning. When I was down there waiting on Toro, I could hear them tell Etheridge. They said Etheridge was pumping in the bullpen. He was ready to come in if they needed him. But with the kind of outing that Toro had, I think it was 7 all the way for him.
Yeah, he looked strong all night long and got himself in a little bit of trouble, but always seemed to pitch himself out of a jam and got strikeouts when he needed them.
Yeah. So again, Millville moves now to 3-6 on the season. Vineland is now 4-5 on the year as they split the back-to-back. Technically not a doubleheader, as my dad joked about last night. A back-to-back situation. It's cool for the players to be able to play in this environment, but I have to think it's a little cool for us as well to be able to kind of call these games and have this atmosphere and be able to show off some of the little league players around Millville as well. I think that was really important as well, to give them a chance to come on the field, give them a chance to have a little bit of the spotlight, and just that's where it all starts here. A lot of these guys played little league baseball, and that's just really where it starts.
Yeah, really cool to have 2 night games back to back, and for this series, anytime Millville and Vineland get together in sports, we seem to always have good competition no matter either team's record. But yeah, like you said, some cool experiences for those young kids, and then for the high school players themselves. Play in front of all your friends and family under the lights is awesome.
Yeah, it definitely brings these kids to where they were as little kids. But again, Vineland takes this one by a 3-2 score. We want to thank everyone that was involved in our broadcast tonight. I got all the names because we got a lot of people we want to thank for being with us. Nick Aselta, Coach Mike Latour right next to me, Ozzie Mori back on the camera, as was Steve Bostrom, Ali Rocco running the scoreboard. I'm Ariel Melendez again, Coach Mike Latour. Vineland comes away with the 3-2 victory, splitting the back-to-back with Milville. Stay with us here on Quinn Broadcasting. We've got a little bit more baseball action for you. We've got some golf coming up as well in a couple weeks. We'll look forward to that as Coach Latour is going to give us a little bit more commentating. A little bit quieter in golf, though.
I told you, Ariel, yep, it's a little different. But Friday, May 2nd, right here, Quinn Broadcasting, live stream from Eastland Golf Club, Millville versus Egg Harbor and Ocean City that day. Going to give you an inside look on what a high school golf match looks like because we don't allow spectators, and not many people have ever gotten the chance to see what goes on.
Yeah, so it'll definitely be a kind of a cool environment, and the golf team having a really good season so far this year. And real quick before we kind of sign off for the night, I've kind of seen a little bit about this golf team. You've had one particular gentleman on the golf team who's had a really strong season. So real quick before we kind of head off, if you want to give us a little bit about his season so far.
We're off to a 6-1 start, and a lot of that is contributed to Connor Plummer, junior on our team, who's played for 3 years. He's our number 1 golfer. We rank them 1 through 6. Connor's doing a great job. He's got the lowest average on the team. Olivia Headley's our number 2. We're a co-ed team, so that's going to be something cool you get to see on Friday, May 2nd. Josephine Parlow, Denise Milton, Bridget Humphreys, Mason Dick. I told you, Kevin Dick's younger brother. Yeah, we get out there every day. Golf plays 5 days a week, so we just came from a match today, and we've got another one tomorrow. We'll head down to Brigantine. But, yeah, we're off to one of the best starts in program history, 6-1. We're real proud about that. We just want to keep building.
All right, yeah, and so, again, we'll get to see that golf match. Golf match, is that a fair way to say it? I don't know as much about golf, so I got a nice golf expert next to me, but we'll catch that on Friday, May 2nd. But for Coach Latour, Ariel Melendez here, our director, Ryan Narowski, provided all those shots and replays for us. We hope you have a great night. Vineland takes this one 3-2. We'll catch you next time here on Quinn Broadcasting.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.